Hi, welcome. Simon here. In this video, I'd like to talk about this brand new Dell desktop that I have. What are the things in the computer and what are the things that I can upgrade or add on to the computer. Let's take a look at the model here. If I turn it around, at the back of the computer, it says Dell Inspiron 3030. If you take a look at the bottom of the computer, it says Dell model D32M. Okay, I'm going to lay it down on this side of the computer. As you can see that the USB port is facing down on the desk, and this is the side panel where we need to slide it off to take a look at the internal part of it. Got a Phillips screwdriver. There are two screws that we need to remove. One at the bottom and one at the top. They do not come off, they just kind of stay loose like this. Slide the side panel to the left, so push it this way. And then just lift it straight up to remove it. Okay, here's the internal part of the desktop. Let me zoom in slightly a little bit here. Okay, we can see that the RAM is installed on a white slot, the first slot, and there's a secondary slot where you can install a secondary RAM. So to remove the RAM, you have to push the two clippers away from each other, so kind of push it down. And once it's pushed down, lift the RAM straight up. Let's take a look at the RAM. It says 16 gigabytes, PC5. PC5 stands for DDR5. So this is a 16 gigabyte DDR5 RAM. So I believe the computer, you can add additional 16 on the secondary slot. We'll make it up to 32 gigs of RAM. To install the RAM, you have to make sure that the clipper, both of the side clipper is open up. So this is open and this is closed. So once the clipper is open and the RAM has a gap, and you want to make sure the gap matches the slot here right in the middle. Once it's in a position, you just have to push it down right in the center and on both sides of the RAM where the clipper locks it in by itself. So you push it hard enough, the RAM would close it and lock in on its own. Let's take a look at the rest of other stuff here. We have hard drive. So the hard drive is here, which is located right next to the CPU, and they use a smaller hard drive. The regular size of the M.2 would look something like this. This would be the regular size of the M.2. It can actually be installed. As you can see that there is the slot here where you can, at the back here where you can have the slot installed. So let's go ahead and try to remove it. I'll be using a Phillips screwdriver. Remove that one screw and slide it to the left. Now the thing is a little bit sticky to slide because there's a thermal pad right here. So this entire piece right here is actually a thermal pad that is taped down to the motherboard. So this pad here is taped down to the motherboard. That helps to reduce some of the heat on the M.2 drive. Now what you have to do is you get a Phillips screwdriver here again and go ahead to remove that screw. So right here there's a thing that you need to transfer over to the back. Here you got to transfer over to the back where you can install a brand new M.2 drive like such. So if you're planning to upgrade your M.2 to a different brand like Samsung rather than a generic brand like this, you can do that by switching over that bracket to the back and then get it installed. Before I forget, I need to put the thermal pad back on. Alright, so far we talked about the RAM and the M.2 drive. I'm sure you guys are curious, can this computer install graphics card? Well, let's take a look here together, okay? So first we need to check on the power supply, making sure that the power supply has enough power to power up the graphics card. Here I do not see any 6-pin connector or 8-pin connector, so there's no additional connector here, except the only connector that is extra would be the SATA connector. So SATA is the additional power for the hard drive. Other than that, there's no 6-pin connector or 8-pin connector. So when you install a graphics card, you need to get a graphics card that is low profile, meaning that it doesn't require power. Okay, and I'll show it to you. Like some of the graphics cards here. So some of the graphics card like this one here is a low profile graphics card that it does not have any 6-pin or 8-pin power connector that you need to reconnect from the power supply. So if you want to use a low profile graphics card, you can definitely install in the computer. And if you need a stronger gaming graphics card like this graphics card here, it needs 2 6-pin connector from the power supply, and since the power supply does not have 2 6-pin connector, installing this graphics card is not possible. All right, so I just want to point that out to you. There are 2 different type of graphics card. You need to find the one that has no power needed. Move on to the next part. Let's take a look at the CPU. So to remove the cover, I have to squeeze both sides here, squeeze it down, and then just slide it out. The CPU is installed in a way that the fan is blowing air into the CPU, and there's no exhaust fan here if you notice. Well, it's not necessarily needed. It's more like this bracket here channel out the intake of the cool air coming in from here and blowing it downwards towards the heatsink. So that is the way they want it to be. In the past, they used to be sucking air out, meaning that the fan would be facing the other way around, where it would suck the heat off of the heatsink and then channel out to the back and blow it away. So I'm not sure why they're blowing it down instead of blowing it out. Comment below and let me know what are the thoughts. Why do they change the system in this way? Move on to the next. Are you planning to upgrade your storage capacity? If you do want to upgrade, it is possible because there is a SATA cable right here where you can install them, and also the power cable here where you can add to your hard drive. You can either go with the 2.5-inch hard drive, something like this. Alright, so this is the 2.5-inch solid state drive, and you can connect it to the power here and get one of those SATA cable. In fact, they already have one here ready for us right here, where you can connect it to have a secondary storage capacity for your hard drive. Okay, now where the mounting bracket is, it doesn't seem like there's a mount. I would say probably try to mount it to the front of the chassis. To remove the front of the chassis, so you have these 3 little clippers. That 3 clippers here is holding it down, so you just have to pop it up one at a time, and the whole thing will just slide out at this point. Here you then can install the hard drive like such, and then put a screw here to close it in. I know it's not ideal, it won't be the right way of installing it, but there is a way to do it. I think this is the right bracket for it. Let me see. Yeah, you might try to do it on this side of the case. Alright, I hope this video is somewhat helpful. If you have any question, please comment down below. I do read your comment and I'll answer you through the comments. I really appreciate you for smashing the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. And any question, just go to the website, send me an email or whatnot. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye now.